All right, so I'm back for another video. Have a treat for you guys other than just seeing him in the vlogs. I've got my husband with me today. Say hi to everybody.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
So we're going to do the Carnival Victory overview. If you haven't watched the other videos, go ahead and look at those. We did Carnival Victory November 5th through the 9th, and we went to Key West and Cozumel, and it left from Miami. So we always fly in the night before. We stay in Chicago. So there's no way that we can make even if we decided to drive, he wants to drive for cruises.
I love driving.
No, we're getting on a plane. So we always fly in the day before and stay at a hotel. You just never know what'll happen. This last trip, we ended up leaving late because it was raining. Then once we finally got there was no gate available, so we sat on the plane like another hour. So imagine that happening on the day that you actually have to get on the ship. You would miss it. So we picked a 12 noon check-in time. The hotel was really close to the port. We just ordered a lift ahead of time. And we got there really quickly. I think our Lyft driver told us that we were like one of the last cars to get through like the underpass or
The tunnel.
yeah, the tunnel. So that made it easier. I guess the route, once the tunnel closes due to traffic, it makes the route a little bit longer. So how long would you say it took us to actually get on the ship?
Took us about a good hour.
It didn't take us an hour.
Well, the whole process, going through checking the ID and birth certificates, getting the key card, and then getting on the boat. Yeah.
It was like 10 minutes. It was not an hour.
You sure?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, like I was saying, it was like 10 minutes to get on the ship. We stopped at the podiums to get our documents checked. Since we did a cash account, we had to stop at the other desk to load money because we never used a credit card. Don't nobody had time to get all of those holds on credit cards.
Yeah.
And then there was no wait, so they didn't use the zones or anything like that. So I think we were on board in like 10 to 15 minutes.
Well, this last trip, it was about 20 minutes. Other times, it's been easily over an hour.
Yeah, I mean, when we did the dream, that was well over an hour. There were so many people, we had to sit and wait. So I guess it just depends on what ship you're on to determine how quick you'll get on.
What ship you're on, what port you leave out of, what city. We left out of New Orleans and Miami. So, and Port Canaveral.
Right.
So,
This is one of the fastest. Miami, I don't think we ever have an issue of how quick we get on the boat. So Victory is like a medium-sized ship. It's not one of the smaller ones, but it's not one of the huge ones like Horizon and Breeze and Magic and all of those. But it's a decent-sized ship. They did get the 2.0 upgrade like the earlier part of last year, so I don't know the comparison of how it was before, but it was really nice. What did you think about it?
it's a nice boat. You can tell it's an older boat, but it's a nice boat, nice size. Particularly, I visit the casino a lot. I like the casino. It's pretty.
You did the casino.
It's probably like all the other boats around its size. It's pretty much one crap table, two roulette tables, and a bunch of card game tables, and a bunch of slots. Slots days on end.
I like the money crane ones. A lot of people say that they don't do them because they sucker your money. I won $100 on one of the cruises.
On her first try.
So I like that one. I mean, I like the slots and stuff like that, but I'm not like a heavy player like how he is.
Yeah, that makes my head hurt. The first time.
He's still not over that. That was like almost 2 years ago. So as I've talked about in other videos, you don't get a chance to get to your room until 1:30, unless you're diamond, platinum, or you have faster to the fun. So in the meantime, we just started drinking and walked around the ship. Most of the ships will, at least like the somewhat older ships, have a pretty similar layout, but you still want to know where everything is when you get on the ship.
Mm.
Um, I think this was the first one that we actually had to use a key or some type of card to keep the lights on. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah, it kind of threw me off. You know, it's a little slot above the key thing, the key thing by the bathroom, and you just stick your key card in there, and it'll keep the lights on for you. Never seen that. Kind of blew my mind away about it, but it is what it is. Awesome feature for the room.
So this ship had a new enhanced menu at the deli, and I believe they stay open a little later than what they used to before. Did you go to the deli on this cruise?
I did not.
I think we went on the Liberty. I don't think I went on this one either. But they have like hot and cold sandwiches. Some of them are already pre-made so that you don't have to wait too long. No.
Well, you know what? It was crowded,
Okay.
and we tried before.
Yeah. So that's another kind of like late evening or late night option other than the pizza. Of course, you still have the 24-hour pizza pirate in the back of the ship. And then you have room service until 10 p.m. That's complimentary. Or after 10 o'clock, you can pay for a small fee.
Get the sandwiches. The sandwiches are the best.
He loves the turkey sandwiches. So, what I did this last cruise, since they had put that rule in that it's a fee after 10 o'clock, we just ordered anything at maybe like 9:30 before we went to shows. And then that way it was sitting there waiting for us when we got back. I mean, don't get me wrong, we could have ordered like wings or something afterwards. But, I mean, you're already paying enough being on vacation. So, that's a small little tip that you can use in case you want to avoid paying the fee. Just order it at like 9:30, and then it's sitting there waiting for you.
Yes, thick sandwiches.
He loves the turkey sandwiches. I love the cheesecake. So those are just a couple of the items that we like to
Gets
like.
it every time we go on vacation.
Whatever.
Every time.
So this particular sailing, I don't know whether they're still doing it, but the cruise director, he was Ryan Rose. Um, I think he's gone back and forth on a couple different ships. I think I had saw on Facebook that he was going to he was on Carnival Dream for a little bit, and then he went back to the Victory, and then he's going to one of the ships in California. So I think now a lot of the cruise directors kind of bounce around versus just being on one ship the entire time.
And fun fact about the cruise director, first one from America. First cruise director from America. He's from New York, and that absolutely just took me away. I was like, what? They're usually from like Australia or from England or whatever the case may be. He was from America, and I was like, whoa. Yeah, we might actually have like someone we can all the way understand. Nothing against people that are from those countries, but it is a little hard to understand with their accents. So him being from America, easy to understand. He was still fun, and I would like to see more cruise directors from America have a nice variety.
I think they are starting to have a nice little variety. I have to show you the page that they have on Facebook that shows you all of the different cruise directors. So I think that's something new that they're really starting to broaden. He always kept the energy going no matter where he was at, whether it was on the deck with the hairy chess contest or the Love and Marriage show. Just anytime you saw him, he was always smiling and kept the energy going. He did start Quest on our sailing. He said our sailing was the very first one that they did it on. This one didn't really too much care for the show quest.
Nah.
I loved it. It was absolutely hilarious. Without giving it away for those who have never played Quest on any of the ships, it's basically a an adult rated like scavenger hunt, and you
Yeah.
work with teams. So that's all I'll say.
My opinion, it's kind of necessary. You know,
It was
it gets to the point where you kind of be like, you know, what is going on here?
it was fun. That show was the night that we were in Cozumel. So we had like back to back stuff. We did the Love and Marriage show, we did Quest, and then we did a comedy show. So that night was really filled with like a lot of activities.
If you're desperate for a prize and willing to do anything for a prize, you'll be great at this game because it's absolutely ridiculous.
It was fun. Party pooper. So one of the highlights that I liked on Victory was that you could view your photos on the Hub app, or they had tablets all over. I think it's the fifth floor.
The fourth floor.
They had those all over the place where you could view them instead of going all the way around that entire area searching for paper photos. So that was really nice. It was very easy. You just put in your folio number that's on your card, and all of your pictures would either generate through the app or on one of those tablets. So that was really nice. And I didn't go nuts on photos this time like I usually do.
Man, I'm so lucky. Yeah.
So overall, Victory was a really nice ship, amazing staff. Food was good as always. The shows were great. I had no complaints. Key West, it was a little boring. Wasn't really much to do, I guess, because of how early we were there. Cozumel was amazing, as you guys saw in the vlog. We went and did the dolphins, and did some shopping and stuff. So, anything else you want to add?
No. Yeah, Key West bought all the key lime stuff. Wish we could have got more.
Yeah, you did like those pops.
Right, and wish could have bought more. Didn't really have too much time, but you get to Cozumel. There's a lot of stuff to do in Cozumel. From the resorts to the shopping.
I think there's some senior frogs right there.
Yeah, and yes, the White Hennessy. Buy the White Hennessy. Buy the White Hennessy. That's all I have to say about that.
Every trip he wants to buy White Hennessy, or someone is texting or calling us asking us, can we bring them a bottle back?
If you are able to bring back as much as you can, if it's 2 bottles, 2 cases, 6 cases, whatever the case may be, there's no restriction on it. Buy it. It's great. It's a great drink. That's all I got to say.
Well, see, the problem is we fly, so we can't really carry a lot because then you have to pay for that stuff to fly. And most of these airlines, they're not going to take precaution, even if you put a fragile tag on items. Learned that from when we went to New Orleans and we were on the Dream. Had a suitcase full of shot glasses and mugs and stuff like that. And even with the fragile tag on, they still threw it around, and some of my items from Jamaica got cracked. But that's another story. But thank you for watching this video. We hope that if you are sailing on Victory soon, that this helped you with some ideas of what happens on board. Or if you've already sailed on Victory, that it helped you relive some memories. Until the next video, bye.
Bye.